October 9th, 1973. Israeli and Syrian tank forces had been fighting on the Golan Heights for 3 days, with heavy casualties on both sides. The Syrians outnumbered the Israelis and quickly gained the upper hand. But the Israelis pushed back with their reserve forces. Now time is running out for the Syrian army. They make one last attempt to break through Israeli defenses in the north, throwing an entire armored division into the battle.
They've got 200 tanks, half of them T-62s, and the Israelis are down to less than 30 Centurions.
The main forces is just behind the hill. If they will come to the top of the hills, nobody can stop them. They will run all the way to the Galilee. And I've decided to move forward and to catch the hills and to catch them on the valley.
It's a desperate gambit, and the only chance the Israelis have. They must regain their firing positions. And to do that, they have to cross 800 meters of open ground in the teeth of Syrian fire.
I ordered to move forward like it was written in the book. Nobody moved. And I've decided to move all of them to my frequency, to my radio. Every gunner, loader, driver, and tank commander, sergeant listened to my voice. And I told them, look at the Syrian soldiers, how they're fighting so well. Look at them. The motivation of them. What happened to us? Am I see chicken in my unit? Start to move. And I started to move. I saw another tank joined me, another tank joined me. And I prayed to the God, just give me to arrive to the top of the hill, and we will catch them. And suddenly another tanks arrived to the hills. And we arrived. The valley was dark from tanks. And we shot like crazy. The moment that we be on the fire position and they move on the valley, this was easier for us to shoot all of them. I fought to survive. Some of them, they stopped and they shot and they killed my tanks. Survive around 3-4 tanks, no more than that. I remember that I was trying to count the tanks that we shot all over, and I couldn't. It was so many.
After the battle, Israeli observers counted 500 Syrian tanks destroyed in that defile. And as a result, it came to be called the Valley of Tears for all of the Syrians killed there.
Syria's hope of retaking the Golan Heights ends in the Valley of Tears. On October 11th, the Israelis launched their own offensive into Syria. And on the 23rd, the Syrians capitulate. The battle for the Golan Heights is finally over.
This was simply competent Israeli commanders outthinking, outmoving, outfighting their Syrian opponents. But there's no question that the Syrians fought incredibly hard. They mounted attack after attack after attack into the teeth of ferocious Israeli defenses. And in many cases, they died to a man. This was a no-holds-barred fight, and neither side backed down from it.
The 1973 Arab-Israeli War lasts just 16 days, but those days are among the bloodiest in the history of armored warfare. The battlefields are left littered with the hulks of destroyed tanks. The Israelis lose between 400 and 500. The two Arab countries somewhere between 12 and 2,200. But the real tragedy is in the human cost on both sides. 21,000 dead and tens of thousands more wounded.
Most of my friends I lost during wars. They were 19, 20 years old, no more than that. And I saw them how they fight, and it's unbelievable. And I was very proud.
The war ended with disappointment, but it ended with a solemn promise by Syrians and to Syrians and of Syrians that they will get back the Golan Heights one day. If the Golan Heights is not returned to Syria, I dare say that there will not be peace in the Middle East.